darlings, Analia Raven here at In the Mist by Analia Raven, and just a little host. My kitty has decided to be completely cute and adorable and be in this video. So, in my introduction video, I touched bases a little bit about the Reformed Congregation of the Goddess International. I just wanted to expand on that and explain exactly what the congregation is and why I decided to join that congregation. I do have my notes here, so that is why I'll be looking down. I am sorry if that bothers any of you, but I need to stay on track or else I get completely sidetracked and start rambling like I am right now. Anyway, so the Reformed Congregation of the Goddess International is a multi-traditional women's spirituality congregation, and it has been recognized as a tax-exempt religious and educational organization by the U.S. International Revenue Service. Kitty, no, kitty, kitty. Anyway, so it's been one of the first recognized churches in the pagan community, and the congregation provides a spiritual, ethical, and social structure essential to the women's experience. And it's all women, and they have many circles. They have, I think, a circle in Texas. I know they have a circle in Wisconsin, and they have a circle in Indiana, where yours truly tends to go to. It's in Indianapolis, so the center of Indiana. And yeah, that is the Reformed Congregation of the Goddess International. And our group in Indiana is the Reformed Congregation of the Goddess Crossroads. That is the name of our circle. And I joined around, like I said in my introduction video, I joined in around 2014. I spotted them at a pagan pride festival held in Broad Ripple. And I don't know why I stopped by. It was this big purple tent, and I guess I just stopped by and I met this wonderful woman who is just so happy, and she got me into it. She got me to stop, and so I put my name on the mailing list, and I went to a few Sabbath rituals, because that is what my circle celebrates, the 8 Sabbats, and they do workshops depending on what type of topics that the group decides on by consensus, because that is what the decision process is made throughout the Reformed Congregation of the Goddesses by consensus. So if one person doesn't agree, then we would have to revamp. I say that a lot, revamp. Okay. We'd have to revamp the decisions, or what we can do, other alternatives to a certain decision or a certain workshop if somebody doesn't want to do that. So we make sure that everyone is included and every woman's voice is heard. And also in my circle, we do things called red tents, which is where women come together and celebrate their stories as women, and it's celebrating the women's menstrual cycle. And there are topics that a certain red tent can cover, and yeah, and it's just a free space for women to come together. And the Reformed Congregation of the Goddess also is like a branch off of the Women's Theological Institute, which I will get into another video. And this video is just about the Reformed Congregation of the Goddess International and my experiences in it. So moving on to when I first went to the first ritual that they held was, it was a wonderful experience. I was solitary for 8 years before I decided to do group work. And I don't know, at first I felt like maybe I should still be a solitary, but maybe, I don't know, I'll just go to another one just to see. And then I never stopped going. Sadly, I moved a little bit further away from my central circle, and it's been really sad and depressing. But I still go to ritual with the Reformed Congregation of the Goddess Crossroads of Indiana, and I love it. I just love it. There's been new women involved, and we have a meetup page, Reformed Congregation of the Goddess Crossroads. We have a website. If you want to check that out, I will link those down below for you guys, so you guys can check out and get a lot more information than what I'm telling you now. It's just, yeah, its purpose is to foster positive spiritual growth within women because women, in my opinion, women have been, I don't know if I want to say lost in the spiritual way, but it's been, I mean, the mainstream religions have been geared towards the masculinity of, God and, priests and stuff like that. There's not really been a religion or spirituality that focused on, women power. I mean, there has, and but it's, I think, in my opinion, it's a little downplayed. Women power in spirituality is downplayed, and I think that women power, the strong women, need something. They need something to believe in to, give themselves power in like themselves as women, so they don't feel like they're just drifting off into the wind and having to go with the flow with everyone else. They have a space, even if you are a Christian or Buddhist or whatever religion or spirituality you believe in, you could still come and celebrate with other women and be completely comfortable and completely supported as a woman and not feel afraid to share your beliefs and your stories because it's all accepted. I mean, yeah, you're going to have people that don't agree with you. That happens in every group. But with the Reformed Congregation of the Goddess, we hear a woman's story and we don't just judge it right off. We like, oh wow, that's really interesting. What can I learn from this? What can this woman teach me? Because every woman has a lesson. Every woman that comes into the Reformed Congregation of the Goddess or walks by you has a lesson to share or has a story to impart on the world. And I think that's really important for each woman to be heard, no matter how young or elderly she may be, because they have experiences. I mean, even a 3-year-old little woman has experiences that you can learn from. And the same with like a 63-year-old. They have tons of a lifetime of experiences that you can learn from. And within the Reformed Congregation of the Goddess, you can get that. You can get that type of experiences. Like with mothers, they will share like, oh, my daughter did this, or with grandmothers, my granddaughter did this, and you can get that little like the whole spectrum of the maiden, mother, and crone aspect within this congregation. I mean, granted, the only children that can be there is if they're nursing children that can be in the ritual itself, um, if they're nursing children. And but still, we like to hear these stories, and they're not just going to be, oh, that's why are you telling me this? They're going to be, respected and like, oh, that's really cool, and there's going to be people interested in your story, and your part in ritual will be very respected because every woman has magic in them, and you just need to share it with the world. And that's what the Reformed Congregation of the Goddess did for me. It really made me see that being a woman is very important, and having your voice be heard is also very important. And it gives you self empowerment, it gives you confidence. Um, I love that group. I love the group of women that I'm in, and the Reformed Congregation of the Goddess. I don't know what I would do if I never found them. I'd probably be still solitary, but I never thought I would be in a group. I never thought I would be training to become a priestess with an actual recognized church, you know? Um, and yeah, that's all I have to say on that. I probably like in later videos I'll probably, share more experiences with the Reformed Congregation of the Goddess, but I just wanted to give you a backstory of kind of what they're about, just so you know why I chose them and why I'm still with them and why I'm choosing to learn under the Reformed Congregation of the Goddess or Women's Theological Institute. So thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are interested in wanting to know more. Yay!